to the New Guard show. We just had Femi Santiago in the building who came and shut it down. That was fucking crazy. But listen, this is the part where we get into the takeover, where we pay homage to the late, great Ty, who we lost 4 years ago, sadly, before his time. Listen, I'm going to pass it over to Mass Law, who's going to tell you what time it is, man.
Yo. This is the Pass the Torch segment, yeah? Let them know what it is, because I'm going to say it nice and clearly. The Pass the Torch segment. Why is it called the Pass the Torch segment? Because someone chose to take his platform and pass the torch, yeah? Like, I can talk all day on this because I'm really passionate about this moment right here. And I feel like sound effects should be applied to the moment because this is real shit for me right here, yeah? Firstly, in the building, I got man like Skandouz from the Freshers, you know.
Yo, what's good, bold
and
London.
To the right of him, my right, you get me? Got man like Dom G in the house, you know. Big up, Dom G, how you keeping?
I'm good, brother, bless, man.
Brothers are feeling very sweated on this heaty day.
Oh my God, it's a heat wave for real.
It's beautiful though, man.
For real.
I will not complain for a minute because next week it will be rain, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
So while we're here, we'll keep passing the torch, you know what I mean?
Well, it could all be rain and thunderstorms tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, hey, listen, talk that talk.
On the drive home.
But instead of touching wood, that's what I'm going to do, yeah? Because I don't want to curse the whole thing. I'll take the golden glow, and we bring it back to the moment that is Ty.
For real.
Like, Scan.
Yes, King.
I think this is our fourth Pass the Torch.
Fourth annual Pass the Torch for Ty celebration.
I know Ty planted this seed, yeah? And the way he planted this seed was magnificent, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, because he actually believed in people and wanted to use the platform to show it. But since his passing away, you have taken this mantle, brother,
right.
yeah?
Right.
Of being the bearer of the Pass the Torch energy. What's the relationship with you and Ty?
Well, Ty was to me like a mentor for like almost like a 20-year stretch, man. You know, I've known this man and he's a big influence to me, a big supporter of the music that I make and the platforms that I've provided over the years, you know. And, you know, when he started the Pass the Torch events at the Jazz Cafe, because I got a background in events, I asked him, I said, I don't even want to get paid. Let me just come and work for you, bro. I see you need a stage manager. I see it's a bit... You're spinning too many plates here, man. Let me just jump on board and help, bro. And then through over the course, I got to see behind the scenes and got to see privileged view of how passionate my man was about elevating other artists in the scene. And it was unique because many artists in his generation didn't really want to do that. And he did it selflessly. And he did it with the live shows. He did it on his radio show. And he had big plans before he passed. He had some unused shows at the Jazz Cafe, which I was privy to. And that's kind of what inspired the first Pass the Torch, because I knew that he had shows. So I just hit up the Jazz Cafe and I said, look, can we do a tribute to Ty? Around his birthday, it would be a fundraiser, it would be for charity, it would be an opportunity for people to come out and openly mourn, because as an artist, Ty touched so many people.
So many.
And you would not believe the amount of people that hit me in DMs, texts I bumped into at events, and they all had their own story about how, even speaking to Dom today, I'm hearing stories I've never even heard before, you know, about doing shows in Serbia. It's insane, you know. One of the funniest things, and it is funny, because I'm a man, I do yoga. I'm passionate about my yoga. One girl I used to do yoga with, one girl, random chick I used to do yoga with, hit me up on Facebook, told me, I was Ty's ex-girlfriend. I was like, rah.
Yeah, man.
All these years, I didn't even know.
Them close circles, isn't it?
It's crazy, you know, but it's the way the universe works and brings people together, man. And that's why we keep doing these, you know. The first time we did it, we thought it was just going to be a one and done, but like the demand was there to keep going. So we did year 2 at the Jazz Cafe. And then it was like, you know what, Ty, there's so many murals of Ty in Brixton.
In Bricky.
He is the Brixton baby.
Brixton,
he's got the anthem. So it was like, you know what, we got to move these to Brixton. So we did last year in Brixton upstairs at the Ritzy. This year, 2024, on Ty's birthday, we're at Pop Brixton, raising money for the Brixton Soup Kitchen. It's just full.
again, you see, this is that family-powered love energy right there, you know, because I met the brother from the soup kitchen as well, and he's doing powerful things with that platform, you know. So like, all right, before we dig deeper, because we can dig deeper right now.
Right.
What's your relationship with him, Dom
Wow,
G?
where would I begin, brother? I mean, I know Ty from back in the Minute Street borderline days, going way back.
Way back.
Yeah, and then, you know, I got building with him from there, you know what I mean? And we, you know, I got to know him, and then he was always on the scene, you know, like you said, everyone has a different connection to him. He was connected to so many different people, you know what I mean? So I got to know him from there, and we built, you know, I got to know him more. From then on, he got close to my brother from another mother, the other half of Double P, Drew. And then, you know, they started working together on a lot of the albums, started
production
collabing,
side.
and like I was saying you earlier when we was in the foyer, and that, like, there was a point where we went to Serbia, we did Serbia together, Exit Festival, and it was mad. Do you know what I mean? Like, we was over there, and it was in this huge castle, right, sectioned off by the military.
Wow.
And so we decided to venture out of that, and we was walking. Just bopping road.
Just casually walking, innit?
Right? Went to the beach.
In the middle of Serbia, we do that.
Yeah, Serbia. Went to the beach, you know what I mean? Met people. They took us to the mainland, took us on the boat, strangers. Bought us beers. Mad. It was mad love, you know what I mean? And so I think those are one of the closest, fondest memories I have of him. And he featured on one of my tunes, the Slipstream.
Yeah.
But I could talk for days. Do you know what I mean? He was. I think he was everyone's brother.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know what
like,
I
it's
mean?
funny because I always called him uncle. Yeah.
There you go.
And he's not much older than me.
Yeah.
But his energy felt like that.
Yeah.
And he would come up to me and he's like, yo, I don't know if I like this uncle thing, you know. But you and Logic, I'm going to give you guys the pass.
Yeah.
Because I can feel the respect behind it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're damn right. You know, you're a
Yeah.
pioneer. You're one of the guys that's using the platform to help us. Yeah, which is rare with these gatekeepers nowadays, you know. And he was active in speaking against the gatekeepers,
Very active.
which I loved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That power is powerful, you
Yeah.
know. And like in his memory, you can see why this still goes on. Probably one of my fondest events we've had was outside the record shop in Brixton.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there was such a family event about that. People were outside skating, you know, proper busting the dance moves on skates, and to me that's tight energy, you know. So like with this 2024 Pass the Torch coming, Scan, who can we look forward to?
Well, I mean, like I said,
know
it's
you're
gonna
the lineup, man. You know,
it's gonna be a family affair as always, man. You know, obviously hosted by man himself, Maslow, alongside the Empress. You know, we got legendary DJ 279
how you mean?
on the ones and twos. We got man like Dom G in the building. We got headline by Logic and Two Badder. You know, we got G-Bag. We got Watusi 87. We got Freshers. We got Poetica. We got iHeart. We got friend of the show and my mentee Sky. And we also got Awate is going to be performing, man. So the lineup is stacked. You know, it's going to be a lot of vibes, a lot of love in the building, man, which is always the case at our Pass the Torch for Ty event, you know. So it's just a celebration of the legendary man himself, you know, and we do it for a good cause. It's a free event. It's open to the public. It's during the day, 1 till 5, and all proceeds, as usual, go to the Brixton Soup Kitchen.
Yeah, man, to help them. We
Yeah,
need-
man.
We need to make sure that the homeless are fed, you know.
Of course, man. And we
It's
saw
crazy times.
we're going to have exclusive merch as well. You see DJ Curtis, he's rocking the new Thai t-shirt that's out right now.
Yeah.
They're going to be on sale, plus some classic Thai merch will be on sale. So, you know, it's going to be vibes, man. It's going to be vibes.
That's what it's about. All right, just
Yeah.
to dig into a bit of your history, Dom G.
Okay, so
Where does Dom G start from and
wow,
hail from?
man. Where do I begin? All right, so basically, I met my brother Drew back in college. We're going back
Okay.
to the early 90s. You know what I mean? Other half of Double P and Ty's co-producer. We started to put together the crew Double P, back then known as Psychic Phenomena. Around about 97, did the whole circumference EP on Low Life. That came out back then. Then after that, we teamed up with Stone Groove and did the Slipstream. And then we did a couple what do you call it? A couple of singles. Singles, EPs. Trying to speed it up. I mean,
Going through the
and then we
errors.
disappeared. We started doing our own solo stuff.
Okay.
Around about the time where Drew started working with Ty. Started working with Ty on the albums. I did a bunch of solo. I did 2 albums on my own and some EPs and stuff. And Drew did the Ty stuff. And then around about just before the pandemic, we started to record the album. We started to record the Double P album that's coming out at the end of this year. We started recording that. Then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The pandemic
Locked
hit.
everybody down.
Lockdowns, it was crazy. Yeah, so that
Goddamn
happened.
Thanos.
Yeah, and then the track, we did a track. But that then it weren't called Ayo, but we started it then. And then Ty passed. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I was in Ghana for like about 3 years. Like for majority of the pandemic, I was in Ghana.
Oh, you did it good.
I tried, man. You know what I mean? And then I came back, and then me and Drew was like, "Yo, let's just continue where we left off, man. Let's do this album we were always supposed to do." Do you know what I mean? And then we just started recording it, and just before you know it, we just finished the album.
Okay.
you
So
know,
like, what? Some of what we're gonna play tonight? That's you.
Some
The
of the
new
stuff you're gonna hear, yeah.
Some
Alright,
exclusive. I like exclusives.
Yeah.
They make me happy. you
One
get me?
track is out, Ayo, that's out right
Uh-huh.
now, and there's a couple other joints. One of them's going to be the next single coming and that. So yeah, some exclusives from the album. Yeah,
I like that. I like that. And Scan, I know you're a man with 100 plans. You get me? like, what's next in the Freshers bag? Or even, because I know you just released the project yourself.
Yeah, man. So Freshers just dropped remix tape 2 on Good Friday, which I've got
Awesome.
a couple joints from. We got Freshers Summer Invasion 3 dropping in Freshers Week next month.
Damn.
So that's coming.
Freshers Week, you know.
Freshers Week. We cooked up a little something with the legendary New Guards as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
That's on the way. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we're keeping busy, man. We're staying active and, yeah, just working, brother. Working.
Working is the
You
way,
know?
yeah.
That's it.
So like all roads lead to where it's meant to be, yeah. Remind
right.
them again where we're gonna be on Saturday, so people know how to turn up.
So this Saturday, the 17th of August, which is Ty's birthday. So Ty's mum, sister, family is going to be in the building.
Everybody.
Everyone's coming through. You know, it's in the hub, it's in the Mecca, it's in Brixton, Pop Brixton. It's Pass the Torch for Ty, the 4th anniversary. It's a fundraiser, it's a celebration. It's going to have some incredible artists that are going to be performing. It's going to feel like a family reunion. And on top of that, it's just going to be vibes, brother. It's going to be blessed vibes.
We also had a word the other day, yeah? And this is a word to all my hip-hop brothers of our era and generation, yeah? Because Scan had a really good idea.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? And he wants to get together with all of us, yeah? So we can have one of those pictures.
Can we
You know
officially announce it?
Yeah, do it.
Go with it, man.
No, you
Go
do it. You do it.
Ah,
I feel
alright,
like I'm
cool.
taking over.
So we got like the renowned, one of the most famous hip hop photographers, Paul H from Hip Hop Connection. For those people that are familiar with that, good friend of ours, good friend of Ty, is gonna come through, and we're gonna do a homage to this legendary photograph that was taken on the cover of XXL magazine, where it literally had a generation of hip hop artists together. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a generational photograph on Saturday. So that means every hip hop artist that feels they need to be a part of this from our generation is more than welcome to rock up and be a part of history, man. That's what we're trying to do.
You heard it first, you know.
You know, so from years from now, when they look back and you got the museum and the exhibits and you got the photo of where we were at that moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you should have been there. Yeah?
That's
So
what's
if you
up.
wasn't there, at your business, next time you make sure you get there because you missed history, you know? And when we're dealing with history, we are not ramping.
For
I
real.
feel like we need to hear music now.
All right.
you know?
Okay.
Let's have one from you, Dom G. What we
Alright,
playing first?
Hit him with Third Strike.
Third Strike.
Yeah, Third Strike.
When I raised the roof, you moved to proceed. Got you buzzing from the call, so I came to let you know.
It's a madness. You know, we're hitting them fresh with the exclusives live, innit? You know when the exclusives come live on air, Yeah, right there. That was that fresh as new Guardz
World
madness. you
World
know.
exclusive.
Yeah, this is us getting wild, you know.
Funk Flex with a drop bombs.
I
on
feel
it.
like I want to call Tommy back in now, you know. Because he's the man right now, yeah. This is that discussion part. Yeah, where we start
What do you want?
talking about what's been happening in
Femi,
the
get out, man. I
goddamn
thought you
state
were
of
staying
things.
for this bit, man.
Yeah, Femi wants piece of this. Do you know what I'm starting with?
What you say?
What in the back foot was that gal doing with the kangaroo jumps, bruv? Listen, this is where I'm starting. That Olympic break dance insult, yeah? Listen, I gotta be real and raw because, as you know, I'm very close to my breakdance family. You get me? From the
Breaking
rain
convention.
crews, from the breaking conventions and everywhere. And out comes the woman.
Right, let me just say, it's
Say
the same
it.
as it's the same as every other thing on the fucking internet. Because I saw loads of dope breakdancing happening at that thing.
Of
But
course.
obviously, the thing that breaks the internet was that, like this
The wash.
stiff mannequin challenge, flipping breakdancing, bro.
Bruv.
Which whether if you can even call it that, but
Do you know what I imagine when I see that? Picnics. Yeah? You know when you see kids trying to break dance and then they're spinning around on their neck piece.
that was me at the school disco, bro.
And that's what she's doing on a global scale. It felt insulting.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you as well.
There's always gonna be something weird that fucking happens in these things. But look, the way I try and spin everything into a positive note is that fucking Snoop Dogg was hosting all of this and
He's a weirdo
all
too
the
sometimes.
judges. Nah. Leave Snoop out. The only problem with Snoop is Snoop is not readily prepared to turn down a paycheck, so he'll do anything.
damn right.
So like, if they throw money, he's done Japanese songs, he's done German adverts. Like that guy will do
There's a whole
anything.
YouTube video
like,
about man,
yeah,
innit?
whatever they are giving Snoop Dogg money for, he will do it. And do you know what? That's hustling mentality. You know
Well,
what I
do you
mean?
know
But
what?
I gotta say,
rate it.
I love that he was there, and regardless of this mannequin challenge, stiffness, madness, I love that breakdancing and hip hop is in the Olympics, bruv. All
And
the
it should have
judges
been
are
for a long
wearing
time.
all the judges are wearing bucket hats and baseball jerseys.
it
But I
should
love
be.
it, bruv. It's wicked, man.
Do you know what? As we see like the floor, the vault, and all of these type of competitions, what them breakdance man been doing from way back when is way more impressive than a lot of the things I see on the floor sometimes. You get
So
me?
I was laughing because I said to Flo, I said I've seen better breakdancing outside the HMV Forum in Kentish Town,
Yeah.
bruv. Like on a wavy night out, you know what I mean? But listen,
You
it's
know.
there. It's there.
No, it's true. It's true. I think the thing that got me more than anything was basically how it's not just what we saw, but it's like how are the organizers from their side allowing that to go and represent them? on
Because
their
something
stage?
slip under the radar, innit? She's obviously said she's got a PhD, right?
in what
You get-
breakdance?
Yeah. She's trying to talk some high philosophy things, you know, like she's super skilled. You get me? Yeah.
That's what
But
makes it hip
But this
hop.
is the thing. This is the thing. But this is the thing. We can relate this to music as well, yeah? And the levels of how people kind of like are trying to master their craft is really diminished. Do you know what I'm saying? 'Cause in my eyes.
I agree.
Like,
Yeah, it's a
big
good
time. And because it's basically not a necessity in the industry to do well in it anymore. And that's a big part of
to
it.
do what? Have standards.
I'm saying basically you don't stand out by putting loads of work into the music industry. You basically stand out by being as catchy and as quirky and as gimmicky as you kind of can be.
Or
And-
doing
that's
the
what
most
it's become.
doing the most on the internet, bro.
That's it.
I was
It's a
working
different
with
world, man.
one young G. I was doing a music video for him, and he was messaging me saying, "Yo, like I live opposite the police station. Shall I jump on a Fed van, like and smoke a zoot, and get my brethren to?" I'm like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" I was like, "I'm
but
shooting
you
a
know,
music video for you." He's like, "Shall I sit on the Fed van smoking a zoot, and then we can play the tune in the background?" I was like, "Bruv, like if you want to do that, just try not to get nabbed." But like, that's mad.
Big
Like,
him
why
up,
are you
bruv.
doing that? Let's just
Big
make
him
a
up.
sick video.
I want to add to this. Do you know what? A young person told me recently, yeah? It's about shock and awe.
That's it.
That is
Yeah.
it. That's what grabs you attention on the
But
internet.
let's not
Like,
forget, it's been like that. Like obviously Eminem.
The news-
come
listen,
through on
the
a
news
shock
has been
value
built off of
thing,
that,
and a
brother.
lot of artists have.
the news has been built off of that, brother.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
it's a psychological thing. Do you know what I mean? It's just filtered its way into every side of the media now.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know.
Well, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly,
That's
isn't it?
it, bro.
It's
That's it.
I studied this shit when I done media studies, and programs like the X Factor, The Voice, whatever. You know what I mean? Like all of these shows, they must have so X Factor, for example, must have 1 million contestants, but the ones they show in those intro ones are the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I mean? It's you pick what gets the attention. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's the shock
just
factor.
like the same Aussie breakdancing woman, you get me?
Basically,
we had our Chicos and so
They're not
forth
stupid.
like this. Yeah?
They knew it would they knew it would entertain people. They knew that it was going to go viral. They knew all of that.
So he said
They're not
she's
dumb.
a plant, yeah?
I wouldn't even put
A
it past
breakdancing
anything,
plant.
bro. How much money is made in all of this? Somebody owns content. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At the end of the day, I wouldn't put it past them.
Well, you know what? as we'll say again, it's
moolah.
very good and refreshing to see breakdance as part of the Olympics.
100.
Because I believe it's a skill that takes masters.
100.
Yeah? And like, salute to man like John Z,
Listen.
who's bringing out the hip-hop school for all of these things. You get me?
100.
The main takeaway from this is keep breakdancing in the Olympics and get rid of that fucking thing where the horses are dancing.
What, that
Lose
question
that.
stuff?
Lose that. That's got to go. That is not an Olympic sport, fam. There is nothing athletic about it. Leave it alone, bro.
Listen, there's a lot of skill in that, you know. There's a lot of skill in getting the horse to side trot. I look like
Get rid
it's
of
wearing a
it.
tutu.
Lose it,
Do
man.
you know what?
I'm not hearing it.
They should, you know,
Lose it,
honestly,
bro.
I kind of agree with him though. They should have like a separate Olympics for animals. Because there's a lot of animals that could be trained to do a lot of interesting things. So like,
I agree, but that's called crafts and all of them things there, yeah?
Yeah.
Right now,
They
we're
should have a
dealing with,
collective,
like-
innit?
Yeah,
They should have a
but
collective
that's
thing.
a person doing that. Yeah? As much as the horse is dancing, that's someone learning
Isn't
how
it
to
just
kick
fucking
tire the
boring
spurs.
though, bro?
What?
It's fucking-
Tommy's on shots. You get me? You hear it, yeah?
Bro,
We don't want to
hashtag
hear no
shots.
more of your horse dancing. You get me? We're taking horse dancing out of Olympics now. You get me? It's not favoured. Nobody wants it, especially if it's Tommy. Shots for 2024. No more horse dancing, you know? I like, you know, going through the spectrum of things. Like, I've been having a lot of laughs lately because I find media a very funny place to be. You know,
That's an understatement.
we even said we're not going to touch it, but I want to touch this riot subject, yeah?
Okay.
And the reason I want to touch it is because I've seen people look so stupid,
100.
yeah? Over the last few days, I've seen people look so stupid trying to account for their racism, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible that in 2024, we are even having this conversation, yeah? Because it shows how limited-minded people can be, but how there is still a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
If we're gonna talk about this, then
Shout about it.
let me do it this way.
Do it.
Forget about all these racist, bar-led, fucking
Weirdos.
far-right weirdos, yeah, because obviously that's expected, bruv. They're a minority, but they're a very loud, dangerous minority, so that's who they are. Do you know what I mean? And they're always going to make noise. But look at Walthamstow, look at Bristol, look at Lewisham.
The stand-ups,
And
yeah?
how people turned up with the anti-racism marches, bruv. That's what we got to highlight. Forget about these, man. We don't need to talk about these, man. We should talk about that. Do you know what I mean? Because these, man, I saw screenshots from the Tommy Robinson ball-head fucking group chat saying, "Oh, we're outnumbered, boys. Like, we better not turn up, bruv." Listen,
Yo, the
we
first
need. That's
thing
what we
I
need to
seen,
highlight,
yeah,
man.
was Vix Mensa wake up in the morning and said, PSA, this is a bird call. Anyone that's about this, stand on your square because we're not having shit.
Yeah, fuck.
And by
'em.
the end of the day, the unity that we got to see shows that there's still a community in this country, you know?
Yeah. It's,
No
do
matter
you know
what
what?
happens.
But what I was shocked about is I knew when I knew all the things were happening up north in the north part of England, you know, standard because I've been around there. I know different parts of northern England and been around a lot, done a lot of music with a lot of people there. But you know, when it comes to London, and I heard that there were going to be riots in London, I was like, they are brave. Like London, it ain't that place. Do you know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
what you got to remember is it's
you lot
always
are really stupid, like to come to London. And I mean, these were Londoners as well, obviously. But you know, like it cracks me up because I'm from France, and you know, like growing up there, rioting, we rioted like every
You lot
day,
fight
man.
for
As a
any
youth,
reason.
I rioted every day, brother. Like we fought police every day because we were we had to survive. They were killing us. So at the end of the day, that's a different thing. That's institutional racism. Here is interesting because it's hard to know where you stand a lot of the time because it's hard to kind of believe what everybody's saying to you. You know, it's very easy to smile and say the right words. And I think that seems to me as an outsider like the British way a lot of the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people are kind of encouraged to kind of like be like, oh, you know, like this is the political correct way of saying this without having to deal with the consequence that you guys don't want to clearly deal with. Like, I'm a very raw person, man.
Yeah,
I've had to deal with a lot of straight
Bun
consequences.
politically
so-
correct. Bono's wrong, yeah?
But what I'm saying
This
is
is the
like,
time for
I
different
agree
shit.
with you. In London, it's good. I knew I was going to see that. We know London,
But
the London
look
we live
at
in. Do you know
look
what
at
I'm
it for
saying?
real. Where
Like-
did they riot? What, Trafalgar Square or whatever? Or where did they riot? In
Nowhere
London?
really.
I don't
People
even know.
talking about
like,
right. They burnt down a
Because
few
because
mosques and
then
things like
how are
that.
they gonna go and riot in Tottenham, or how are they gonna go riot in flipping Wood Green or Hackney, or that's
But
not
that's
gonna
why
happen.
they're not here. That's
It's
why
not
they're
gonna
choosing
happen.
these other
It's,
places.
it's like I said. On the surface, these men are some loud, dangerous people, but it's really a minority, bruv. It's like I said, look
Do you
at
know what?
Walthamstow, look at Lewisham, look at all them examples, bruv, of how they're outnumbered, really.
I'm being that guy and taking us into territory we weren't meant to go, but ha! Me want to talk me piece, yeah? but, you know, we could do this all night and we could
Tell
be
him.
absolutely controversial about this thing. But in true fashion, we've had an absolute great radio show.
100.
Femi came in here, showed us that, you know, the Wanya's are still alive, the Jodeci's are still real, the R&B was real. You get me? Large up to Skandouz Dom G for coming through. If you know what to do, make sure you're there on Saturday for the Pass the Torch event in honor of Ty, because we celebrate him every single year.
That's my son.
And the last thing to do is say, Guardz up!
Guardz up!
Guardz up.